This is Call It Like I See It. Here is your host, Rafiq Shahid.
Good evening, and welcome to Call It Like I See It. I am your host, Rafiq Shahid. We actually had ran a whole episode. We was having some technical difficulties, so now what we're doing is we're going to actually play it back, let you hear exactly what was happening on the episode that just took place. We have an interview with Tariq. We already had it, so we're gonna actually let you hear it. But first and foremost, what I want to say is this episode is brought to you by Falcon Academy. Of course, Falcon Academy is a school in Holy Islamville, South Carolina, where our kids can soar to new heights. We do September stage for fundraising for the school so that we can, of course, have our kids educated properly right here on our own community. Also, I want to give a personal thank you because the school is not ran without its faculty and its staff. So I want to give a shout out and a thank you to our faculty and our teacher members. And we'll be doing this throughout September stage and throughout the podcast as we go. But I want to give that thank you to Salim, 7th and 8th grade history, as well as geography, 5th and 6th grade, and Rakib for middle school science. We thank you, appreciate your hard work and dedication to educate our youth. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, let everyone get on in, and then we're going to let you go ahead and listen to the interview that we had with Tariq and him speaking about, why he left Next Gen, him going over to Don't Sleep, and just putting that whole thing to rest and moving on to bigger and better things. Bear with us for just a moment. We'll go ahead and take a break, and then we'll be back with the interview with Tariq.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hasinu, I wish peace upon you, and indeed when I do, that's my word that I'm giving, that you were safe in my presence. So put your palm in my palm and put a smile on your face. If you follow the sunnah, this is how you embrace.
Okay, welcome back to Call It Like I See It. We have special guests in, like we promised. Have a special guest in last week. Didn't really get to have him on due to the fact of we had a bad reception with the calls. But we have a special guest in. Before I introduce him, just to give that reminder, September stage is for Falcon Academy, a fundraiser for a school in Holy Islamville, South Carolina, Falcon Academy, where our kids can soar to new heights. This is for the youth. This is for the kids. This is what we do it for every year, every time. It's always for them. We are very much proud supporters of Tahirih for Congress. So we ask that you go on September stage website, click on Tahirih for Congress, and donate as much as possible. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you. So in the booth for me today, we got Tariq. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
You know what I'm saying? It's Tariq. How everybody doing?
All right. Well, Rico, first. You know what I mean. You're the talk of the tournament. Everybody know that. You're the talk of the tournament after you move from Next Gen to Don't Sleep. So we know about that going on. So just to kind of put that to bed, and move on, kind of talk a little bit more about your team. Speak on the true reason of leaving Next Gen.
Well, my true reason for leaving was I just felt like we was just in the same spot. Like, we were just in the same, they was not trying to make, I was trying to take a lot of people off the team and bring new people in because the talent is getting better every year. Mm-hmm. So I was not trying to come back and lose again. Like, I have no disrespect to my old teammates, mm-hmm. but it's just the real, like, their basketball level was not up there. And I feel like if I take my talents and Don't Sleep, and I'm playing with Duke and these different shooters and they different teams, like, me and Duke, it's so, I never played with nobody that just so into sync. Sometimes I don't even got to think, and the ball's already at me. Before I even know I'm open, Duke already throwing the ball. And sometimes it's the same thing with him when I'm playing with him. So it's just, we got the chemistry more than I got with Next Gen. And I've been playing with Next Gen longer. So I feel like if I take it over there with Duke, with my talent and his talent, it's an easy breeze to the tournament.
I feel you on that. I mean, that's a good reason, to move on. And like Rocky said, like, when you have a team with that much talent on it, like Next Gen had, and you feel that, you're not getting used in the way that you should be, then it's maybe best to go ahead and take your talents elsewhere. And I think that at this point, Next Gen has said their piece. You said your piece, whether you be the villain or the hero, whichever one people may call you. At the end of the day, it's about the decision that you make and living with that decision. And basically, from what you said, your thing was, I'm comfortable with my decision based off of going with Duke, who I've been playing with. You know what I mean? You've been playing with. I've seen y'all in the Charlotte Muslim League. I've also seen y'all in the tournament in Charlotte as well, playing together and playing well. So that's good. So pretty much talk to me more about Don't Sleep. Let's get into what Don't Sleep is about, and what is y'all aim? What is y'all mission? What is your motivation this year with Don't Sleep?
I feel like we way motivated now. We way motivated than ever, because now we feel like we really have a chance to win. Like, it's a strong chance that we can win. I feel like Duke sees it. I even feel like our team captain feels it. I feel like the whole team knows the energy that's coming into the tournament. Like, yo, we got this. And everybody's coming with new teams. It's going to be new team, new faces. Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but I want people to know we winning it. That's just hands down. Let me get that out the air. We going to win the championship and everything. Nobody's sort of stop us, but back to the topic. No, let me stop. But let me stop. But
confident.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure we've been playing the tournaments. We playing in a big tournament before we even get to the September stage. We're gonna be playing in a big tournament before we even get there. So we already got our juices ready. So we're gonna be playing a big tournament, then we come into September stage. So it's a lot of upside looking at us. Me and Duke playing, like, the team, period. The team plays in a lot of tournaments up in Virginia. They play all the time. Duke plays all the time. The whole team plays together. They practice together. They go to tournaments. They travel. It's more of a team. Like, even, that's why I really, really decided to go over there, because they more of a team. They really, they really practice. They really do what they need to do to get ready for a tournament. Like, Next Gen, we would practice once or twice. And that's like 2 weeks before the tournament, we practicing. And then no more practicing, then we come into the tournament. So it's like, we really never played in no other tournaments. The only tournament we play in is the Muslim tournaments that we throw. So I feel like they just playing because they want to play. I'm playing because, honestly, I want to win. This is something I want to win from this year until I retire the game.
Got you. Then speak on that. Speak on the growth. Now, I know that when you first came down in the first tournament that you played in, or league that you played in, was with Team Mutakin, and you played down here in the Charlotte Muslim League, and I watched you actually grow there from being that player that needed the ball in his hands to actually playing within an offense. Our game was, of course, predicated on defense, and then we would get out and run from there. But speak about your growth, how you've gone from a player that, is the focal point of a team, and now you're going to Don't Sleep, where you have to play within their system. Like you said, they're a team, so you have to play within their system. I'm hearing how your connection is with Duke, but what about a Duke Qayyum? What about Mifta? What about those other players that are on the team that now you have to come in there and play a certain role that you're not so used to?
Well, I feel like my role didn't really change too much, to be honest with you. I done played with Mifta. I played with a Duke Qayyum. I done played with most of the team players, like, on their team. I feel like my role is still to come in and get these buckets. So I got to give up the ball a little bit more, obviously, because we got other people who can put it in we got other people who could put it in the basket. So honestly, that's taking more pressure off of me because that means I don't got to worry about who else can score. But other than my role, I don't feel like my role really changed. I feel like they know what I can do. So my role always been the same. Like, he's a scorer. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm on a score. I've been working on my defense, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people tell me I don't got no defense. So it's just a tournament I'm just going to show them. My growth is I became a smarter basketball player. That's number one. As I grew, as I became smarter, started watching it a little bit more. When I was younger, I was just playing off raw talent. I didn't really know a lot about the game, honestly. And I'm still killing people, but we're not going to talk about that. But, yeah, but the growth, all everything is just how it's easy. The ball flows better when everybody's involved. And I learned that when everybody's getting it, the game team easier. Every team less work. You feel like you're not really doing too much because you got other people that's like helping you out. Like, it's a real team. So it just feel like it's a better fit for me. It fits my player, the way I play. It fits in the don't sleep so perfect. It fits in it so perfect. So I just don't, because I can shoot and I can drive. So that's another threat. And Duke, he likes to drive and kick it back out. And it's perfect. It's a perfect team. We got good defensive players. We got quick players. We got athleticism. We got people who know the game. That's one thing. A lot of my teammates on Next Gen, they didn't really understand the pick and roll, the cut, the 2-3 defense. Like, they didn't really understand. I feel like this team knows.
Yeah, I know when you was down here, you got that 3-2 defense playing a lot more zone and stuff like that.
Yes, they don't really know the defense. The defense is really, if you don't know where you're supposed to be on the floor, the game becomes a lot harder. So it's a lot of things that's playing out to me just leaving Next Gen. A lot of people just saying, oh, you just doing them dirty, you just switching teams. Nah, it's a lot that plays into it. I learned a lot from the last September stage. Trust me, I learned that either when we lost to Virginia, I was already trying to make plays to make my team better. But my team was not trying to let people go. They trying to keep people on the team that deserve to not be on the team. So I had to remove myself if they're not going to remove the players that I want to be removed. So it's nothing personal.
Gotcha.
It's nothing personal.
So like you said, hey, you learned a lot more from September stage to now. And you state, Next Gen didn't have this or they didn't have that. Part of that growth is always looking at yourself and seeing what you can do to change. What is it that you think was your biggest opportunity? And how did you turn that into a strength?
Well, I feel like one of my weaknesses was defense. Defense is a big weakness I had. I feel like I watched a lot of videos of September stage. I didn't like the way defense. Really, it's defense. I feel like because I can put the ball in the basket. We all know that. But it's just the defense. My fatigue wasn't. I wasn't really in shape, and my defense wasn't key. I feel like I let my teammates down by the defense. Because that's a weakness. Now, we all strong, then it's something else. Now, That's my fault. Defense is not something that's not something I really go about ever, even when I was younger. And my grandfather always told me, like, yo, Tariq, if you want to be great, you got to work on the defense. And I told him I would, but it's just something I didn't feel like I didn't feel like if I'm putting on my work on offense, I don't need to play no defense to handle that. But now I'm older and I'm seeing even the greats play defense. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, all these they play defense. So one of my things that I really learned is playing defense and smart. Yep. Not really like taking every play, absorbing the play, not just moving, not just going down the floor all the time. Really looking at it, really analyzing how am I playing, what I'm doing wrong, like thinking before I just go out there and just play. That's what we're really doing. I was just playing basketball, not really playing the game. It's a difference. It's a difference.
I mean, I hear the difference in you. I hear the difference in exactly what you're saying and hearing that maturity. I think you get a rap of being somewhat of a cocky player and things like that. But there's one thing that I noticed about you, especially when on the floor, especially in basketball tournaments, is that you're not the same player that you are off the court or the same player that you are on pickup ball and things like that. You really play within, within the system. Mm-hmm. Whether that system was you, but you don't do a lot of talking, things like that, which people expect. to hear from you. You know, a lot of talking. So to hear you acknowledge the fact that you need to work on your defense and you need to let the game come to you and let it slow down, that shows a lot. And that's something that going over to Don't Sleep can really help, because that was the biggest issue that they had. Up by 13, we all know, up by 13 going into the second half, you know, and letting that game slip away to what happened to be the winners of the tournament, HQ. So that right there, letting that game slow down and seeing what Don't Sleep can be at the next level, at the next tournament, you know, I look forward to that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you are right. They did slip that. They did slip that. But I missed the game winning layup. Mm-hmm. So we all have we got fouled, by the way, but we're not gonna talk about that. But I missed the game winning layup. So we all have. And then you have to understand that was they really Don't Sleep. That was their first real tournament.
Yeah, and talent.
And they talent, yeah. So
they
was they real. So they know a little bit more to expect. Like they didn't know they was playing against dudes that got talent like this. So maybe it's and then one thing about HQ, they so smart. They're so smart. So that's one thing. They slow the game down. They find the open man. They find the weaknesses, and they exploit them. So now they win championships. So now I'm looking at that like, okay, this is what they do. So made me try to do it, and I got talent on my hands. So maybe just slow the game down and let it come to us. I always want to be a flashy and try to go make a quick play. Nah, I'm gonna take it boring this time, and I'm gonna let the game come to me and do what we need to do. I feel like my teammates is on the same page. I feel like they're ready. They hungry. We starving. It's gonna be epic to watch.
Time to eat. So let me ask you this, because I think a lot of people want to know. Where did, you left Next Gen and things like that. But one thing when you was with Next Gen was the biggest rivalry was LTMN and Next Gen. But it really wasn't the teams that made it a rivalry. It was more along the lines of you and Kyrie. Where did that start from? How did you and Kyrie become this Batman and Joker, whichever one wants to be the Batman and Joker? But how did you become such big rivalries?
I'm trying to figure out to this day. I don't know. I think it was Hayat. Because the first tournament he had posted snap or something. And I think I said something to Kyrie. Yes, this is how it happened. Kyrie, everybody said Kyrie is nice. So I'm trying to figure out where. So everybody keeps saying, oh, Kyrie this, Kyrie better than you. Kyrie this, Kyrie that, Tariq, you're not on Kyrie level. So every time somebody see me, they talking about this Kyrie dude. So I'm trying to figure out who he's talking about, because I have never played against Kyrie Irving a day in my life. But they talking about this dude from Virginia. So after that, I started making snaps, hitting turnaround jump shots. Just playing basketball, just saying like, yo, that's for you. Like, this is what I really do.
Yeah, we seen it on the promo video.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? So I started doing that. So the hype started getting, now teammates started feeling it. The hype started calling us little boys, started doing all that other stuff. So that's where the beef really came from. And it's worse this year, because it's worse this year. It's going to do him bad this year. I'm really going to embarrass him. Because last year, everybody said he played well. I'm trying to figure out where.
Well, he was an all-star in September Stage 1. 2, he won the game that mattered and went on to the championship. So out of the head-to-head matchup, he got that one over you because he beat you in a crucial game in the playoffs. So I think that's where it came from. Plus, he's shown out in tune-up tournaments as well.
I've been showing out in tune-up tournaments since I was 14. So I'm trying to figure out what is he talking about. He's good, but yeah, he beat me in the game with the matter. I'm not going to lie, beat me in the game when it matters. I missed the layup. It was all on me. I'm not saying nothing. The reason why Next Gen lost to Virginia, because Tariq missed the layup. That's not no end of discussion. But Kyrie, his fundamentals is bad. He just looks for a foul when he drives. He don't really drive. He don't ever drive with intention to just drive. He's always looking for a foul. So that's something I learned. The one thing about me, I'm so smart. So I'm learning a lot of basketball players from the last coming tournament that they don't really think I know. They probably don't even think I'm talking about them. But trust me, I'm watching y'all. I know exactly. Listen, The tournaments where y'all think I'm not paying attention to you, I'm paying attention to you.
Gotcha.
So even in the games where y'all probably think I'm not watching y'all, I'm watching y'all. So that's how I knew when I'm watching Duke, I'm like, perfect. We're going to fit in perfect in this tournament. We're going to fit in perfect in this tournament because a lot of people can't stay with Duke. So that's already a man down. So then ain't nobody in the Jamaat can guard me one-on-one. So that's already bad. So we got 2 players that no one can guard on the island one-on-one. That's one. Now we got a shooter, a consistent shooter. A lot of people forgot about a Duke Hayum last year. His numbers, he was consistent. He's a Chuck, but he was consistent. That game against HQ, he hit a lot of threes.
Big ones too.
Big threes. He is consistent. I give him 6 out of 10 shots from the 3-point line. I think he got the 6.
He did.
I think he got that.
All right. Well, so we're gonna go ahead and ask you a few questions, a couple speed off questions. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So tie game. 10 seconds left. Who has the ball? You or Duke?
I believe I would have to say any one of us because we both can put the ball on the ground. Honestly, I would have to say any one of us. It don't matter who got it. I trust if Duke had the ball, I trust he can make a good play about it. And if I have the ball, I'm pretty sure they would trust I'll make a good play about it. So as that, I'll probably say any one of us.
Anyone.
It really don't matter.
Got you. Prediction. Next gen. How many games did they win?
0.
No problem. Head-to-head matchup against LTMN. Who wins that?
Us. I'm in the whole tournament, so most
Guys.
likely it's going to be us by 50.
No problem. And you see, this is why we call it like I see it.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We call it like I see it. So let me ask you this. Who do you think is your biggest threat in this tournament coming up? What team?
I think the team Azim is bringing, that's a good team. That's going to be some sweat happening. Some work hard happening. I think LB's is coming with a good, solid team this year. They coming with drama. They coming with Softar. They coming with Moody. They coming with some ballers.
Right.
So I feel like that's going to be a challenge. I ain't going to lie.
Got you. Well, I'm glad to hear that you give that respect to those other teams. And the last question that we have for you is, who is your top 5 in the tournaments? Not including yourself, because I already know you on there 5 times. But who is your top 5?
All right. I will go with Duke. I will go with Azim. I will go with Moody, Monara Ali, and my little brother Taib.
Okay. And those would be like the 5 that you would roll with
If I had to make a dream team, I'm finna grab them.
All right. Well, good to hear that. I already know Kyrie's listening. He's going to be calling in or have something to say about the comments there. We appreciate you coming out.
No problem.
Last week we couldn't really hear you, but we appreciate you coming out. And good luck at September stage.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll be taking some calls based off the interview, listening to what people have to say, and we also have a big announcement from a free agent coming up. So stay tuned with us. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Mucci Productions.
Haseen Noon. It's real when the world lose a pill like a banana on the rug, all caught up in prayer like I'm a menace. When the world stay consuming your time, what a menace. Tell the world that I'm stronger than steel, so I should kill it. It's real when you battle yourself without the suicide, like you about to travel in socks. Gotta choose a side. When the world becomes dead to you, you alive, and the angels speak your name and have it eulogized. I'm not trying to lose myself.
Alright, so we are back on Call It Like I See It, CILISI. And got my co-host in here.
Yes.
Hayat.
How's it going, everybody? How's it going?
Alright, so pretty much Hayat actually listened to Tariq's interview later on as well, because he wasn't there with me when it happened. But he actually had some comments on it. What was
Just
it?
a few things that I can't let slide. I can't let slide. I know there's viewers out there who heard, who listened to what Tariq just said, and they're probably saying the same thing that I'm about to say. Couple things. Number one is Tariq's top 5. He put Azim and Duke. He put in his top 5. It's just arguable. It's arguable, but it's not. It's not unfair. But then he put Taib and Munawa Ali. Top 5. Now, no. In the future, maybe. They're young. You know what I'm saying? They're young. They're upcoming talent that we have. But as of right now, heck no. There's no way Taib Imanaw Ali, a top 5 in the Jamaat. He didn't mention Rara. He didn't mention Poppy. He didn't mention Sifi. So there's a lot of dudes. But I know he was in the moment. Because I know if I ask him again, he'll obviously be like, I was just talking in the moment. Names weren't coming to me. But yeah, I just couldn't let that slide. Not a big deal. It's his it's his preference. It's his just his opinion. But a couple other things I want to address is, a lot of people wanted him to clear up what he was talking about last week, and that's basically what he was doing this week, was just clearing up what he was saying about leaving Next Gen. Like he said, it wasn't more of a, because he's still young. Next Gen's only been playing 3 tournaments. Yeah, it's been 3 tournaments, so there's no rush to try to get a ring. A lot of people was giving him the KD line. You left, you trying to just join a team with Duke, and I really don't understand that because although Tariq's with Duke, their team's not better than Next Gen. And I was telling Hamza and Rocky this, that yes, they probably have the best 2 players on the court when y'all play against them. 5-on-5, they're probably the best 2 players on the same team against y'all team. But team-wise, Next Gen still has a better squad. And then we got some free agents that, 2 big free agent names that are available that we're going to get to later on in the show that, one of them might be joining Next Gen. And if they do, they both fill in that gap when it comes to scoring that Tariq left. Definitely. So, to say he did the KD move, it would have been a KD move if he joined Azim's team. Because Azim just won September stage last year. So it would have been a KD move if he joined HQ. Joining Don't Sleep, not so much. It's a big move and it's a game changer for the tournament, but it's not I wouldn't say a KD move. I'll use more of the comparison. This is for everybody, so we can stop using the KD joint. Yeah. This is more of a comparison of I'll say he did a LeBron, a decision. I'll call it that. Duke's Dwayne Wade, Tariq's LeBron, and he went to Miami to join him to get the ring. But if I have to, if history repeats itself, LeBron did lose. LeBron did lose. LeBron and Wade did lose the first year.
I would say this about his top 5. That's his top 5. That's why I asked him, are those the guys you roll with? He said, yeah, those are. If I was to actually start a team, those are the guys I roll with. We didn't ask him who's the top 5 of the tournament, things of that nature. I mean, everyone has their debates and things like that, but you play with who you like to play with, and things like that. So I don't have a problem with that at all. His top 5, I don't really have a problem with that. Yeah. And so I have to say that, but I mean he did he really answered all of the questions that we were looking for. He put an end to all of that, to all of the nonsense about him leaving Don't Sleep. So we're happy about that. What do you think about the move though, as far as the group that they have right now?
Who, Next Gen or
Don't Sleep?
Don't Sleep. Their group, I mean, they're still solid. There's still pieces. Miftah being their GM, he's still making moves. You know what I'm saying? It's killing me right now. I want to talk teams. Yeah. We can't talk teams right now. We're about a month away from that. But at the same time, we can't talk teams right now. But we're a couple months away from that. But at the same time, they have Abdul Qayyum, they have Duke, they have Tariq, they have Miftah. I'm hearing rumors about other players that they're trying to pick up, but we'll see. But as of right now, that's all I'm hearing. I know who Next Gen has.
Well, so we just had the interview by Tariq. But now what we actually have is we have a caller in someone real close to Tariq. You know how they say sources say. Go ahead, caller. Speak it. State your name.
This is Torhir Abdul Hakim.
Got you. And Torhir, what are you to Tariq? For those that don't know.
Abu.
All right.
I was, alhamdulillah, yes. I'm proud of him. He became a decent basketball player after a lot of hard work. It wasn't overnight. He worked hard for it.
Got you. And what was your reaction, to him joining up with people who he'd rather play with, those that he works hard with? What are some of the things that you get when you hear people saying, "Oh, he's a Durant, he's this, he's that"? What are some of your thoughts on that?
I mean, I look at it like this. Me, when I used to go play, I'd always play with the Land Boys. Even though we never won the championship, when we was competitive, we was in the finals, we came to the semifinals and everything. We always was close, but we just never won. And I can understand nowadays, my mentality was that, you rock out with your team, you rock out with your boys, band of brothers. But I can understand now it's a little different. Tyreek wants to win a ring, and he has some good valid points. He worked hard. It's not just like playing around. He wanted to go to college and play ball. I believe if he ever went to public school, that he would have got a scholarship to play college ball. He plays it serious. He plays it serious, and I watch him do a lot of training. I watch him go to the blue courts, do layups, and nobody else out there by himself. Sprint, run, work out, get in shape. So he wants to be competitive. He wants to win. He has that fire in him, and I think personally, I do think he could have won it with Next Gen. I think they got a really good team. Bahu and him had a real good connection. I think he did have help. But now Ali, he had some dunks. He had the crowd up on their feet. But, that's just me, in my opinion. He's the one that's actually in the huddle. He's the one that's actually, in the locker room. He's the one on the court with them. And if he's saying their attitude was like, even if we went to the championship, we would have never won. Saying stuff like that, I can understand with somebody who's really giving it their all, feels like, I need to find people who have similar mentality as me. Now, that's him. At the end of the day, you put more pressure on yourself, and now you have to win, like you said, because now it's going to look like you left for a ring and you didn't even win the ring. So you got to win, and maybe to bring out, another level of his game, and I'm excited to see that. But at the end of the day, it's good drama. It builds the tournament. I watch the tournament grow. The third one, you're doing a great job, and Allah bless you. The kids that benefited, so at the end of the day, it's all love, and it's all for a really, really good purpose. And, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. Thank you for that. Thank you for calling in, giving your take on the whole Tyreek situation, and hopefully we see you at September stage.
Inshallah, I'll be there.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum.
So y'all heard directly from Tahir, Tariq Sabu, and he said some good points, and not speaking from a father, but from a fan as well. So it's good news. But at the end of the day, we are past that. We are moving on. Everyone has said their piece. We're moving on. We are actually waiting for Kyrie to call in. Kyrie's supposed to be calling in. He has some things that he wants to clear up, some things he wants to say, and speaking about that whole piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to get Kyrie on the line, and then we're going to go from there, okay? So bear with us for just a few moments.
Mucci Production.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hasinu. I wish peace upon you, and indeed when I do, that's my word that I'm giving, that you were safe in my presence. So put your palm in my palm and put a smile on your face if you follow.
Okay, we are back live. We have Kyrie on the line. Kyrie,
How y'all doing?
what's going on, man?
Here.
So Kyrie, I mean, this is the first time us getting you on call. Like I see it. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
What's your whole take on these guys having to team up to beat you?
I have no comment. I knew about the situation before y'all did with me, before anything. You know what I'm saying? Their team told me before they even told everybody. So I knew about it. And I didn't, I don't really care, but I like the competition, I'm not going to trade teams and try to get a quick dub, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Kobe fan, you know what I'm saying? Give me a Gasol, give me somebody, you know what I'm saying, like somebody small, and we just with that. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, go to different teams. I mean, he's doing what's best for him. He thinks he's going to win. I talked to Duke about the situation. I told him, hey, man, I don't think it's good, because here's the thing. I feel like in this situation, he's disrespecting Bahu, right? That's how I felt about the situation.
Is that a recruiting move right there?
I was about to ask that question.
I think he's disrespecting Bahu, because at the end of the day, you call Bahu to come play with you. And for me, in my personal opinion, I believe Bahu's a smarter basketball player than Duke is, right? So if you came in with a smart basketball player, a point guard that you wanted, what makes you think you're going to go to a team who never beat Kyrie, right? Who never beat Kyrie, never beat LTN man a day in their life, never came close to beating, lost some championships, and you think you're going to win with a guy who's not smarter than the guy you left? I don't understand. I mean, I just personally don't understand that. That's kind of misguided to me. I don't know. But he said he's getting smarter, so I guess he made a smart decision.
Okay. I feel you on that note. And you know what I mean? We had Mo on last week, and he spoke about
that.
LTMN. What's your how y'all looking? How y'all looking this year?
I mean, listen to me. We don't have no our best competition is ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like Mo said in the last thing, we beat ourselves last night. Come on, man. We literally lost. We lost in overtime. Like I think Ra hit like a 4-point, 3-point play at the end of the game. I'm saying it's like 2 minutes left. I mean, I'm not really stressed about that. That happens. That's basketball. The game will run. I'm not too worried about no team here. I'm worried about us. As long as we play the same way we played last tournament, you know what I'm saying, a little bit better, fix a couple things. You know what I'm saying? It's all defense for me. You know what I'm saying? Offense, offense, I never cared about offense. Offense is just, that's just like second nature. It's just fixing a lot of lineups and defensive like assignments. That's not it. It's not that really serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for that all that talking they doing. I mean, everybody gonna talk. They have to build some type of confidence. I don't know. I guess they gotta do that.
True. Well, Kyrie, we thank you for that. Giving us a call, clearing up all of that. It sounds like you focus on one thing, and that's winning chips. I mean,
if anybody focuses on anything else, what are they playing for?
Yep.
You got to focus on winning. I mean, that's what we're here to do. We're not here to, you know what I'm saying, make highlight plays, and that's what they're aiming for. They're aiming for highlight Snapchat.
Yeah, everyone worried about that Snapchat. I mean, people don't want to get caught on that.
Here's my take on that little rivalry thing that y'all call a rivalry. I don't call me beating a person about 6 or 7 times and they beat me once when the game don't matter a rivalry. I don't call that. I call that them playing. Here's the thing. It's like we gotta talk about the Stephen Curry and Russell Westbrook thing, right? The Duke situation, saying, "Oh, he's ducking." Like yo, we don't LTM, we don't worry about the regular season. We worry about the playoffs. We worry about the champion. The stuff that matters.
Yeah.
So them winning that game and stuff like that. That goes in one ear and out the other. And when people are not understanding this man is sitting on not one, but 2 L's. Because, Zeke, you were there, and Hayat, you was there too. This guy just lost recently.
Mm-hmm. He's right.
And he don't want to bring that up, but he just lost. He came to me, he said, "Hey, man, you don't got the tab here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not going to win." I'm like, okay, cool. They never took a lead the entire game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I think that boy had about like 5 points that game. It's just like, it's no rivalry with me. He's not my rival. No one there is my rival. Our biggest rival is LTMN. We beat ourselves.
All right, man. Well, yo,
It's going to be different.
tell me this. Call it like you see it. How do you see the tournament shaking out? Who do you see?
I see it's going to be a good tournament. I mean, I'm not sleeping on anybody.
Gotcha.
Not even don't sleep. But I'm not sleeping on nobody. I'm gonna play by the exact same way. Everybody's gonna get the same treatment. And I mean, it's gonna be the same predicament. I mean, the same thing as last time. We're gonna go to the championship, but this time we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish strong. We're not gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like anything crazy. I mean, like Mo said, we got a few surprises for y'all. We ain't gonna tell you everything.
Yeah. We saved that for when we release the rosters and stuff.
Yeah.
But I though.
And that's for the fans. I got fans on here, so I gotta make the fans happy. I gotta get the fans what they need.
Yeah, you stay having them nice shirts,
I can
man.
tell McCall like I see it. I'll tell you one thing. Hayat, set the match up, set it for prime time. We ain't running from nobody. Let us play them prime time. I'm telling you right now. They are not, I promise you on everything. And I hope y'all listening to this, we are blowing y'all out by 20.
Oh.
I'm on everything.
Oh. All right. Well, Kyrie, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, man. Thank you for giving us a call. Good luck in the tournament. We look forward to seeing you there, man.
Yeah, bro. 2 more months. Be ready.
You stay safe out there training and stuff, though.
Oh, okay, cool. Of course.
All right.
So,
Well, slow. But all right, see, that was Kyrie just clearing it up. But there's one thing that Kyrie said, and this is what a lot of people's not, clear on. And let me clear the air because I was speaking to, a former champ who won September Stage last year in Rara, and he was saying that everyone keeps talking about, oh, Tariq and Duke is joining up to beat them, or Tariq and Duke is joining up to beat, this team. Kyrie, like Kyrie just said, Tariq and Duke is joining up to beat him. LTMN didn't win it last year. So no one's joining up to beat LTMN. They're going for the big goal. And this is what Tariq was saying too. Kyrie keeps saying, and Duke said it too. Kyrie keeps saying that we're joining up to beat him. They lost. Let's clear the air right there. LTMN lost, but a lot of people have them as the favorite to win this year.
Gotcha.
There's a whole nother year. They're coming back strong out of every
And
team.
we didn't even talk about HQ yet.
We didn't.
We're going to get to HQ. We didn't even talk about HQ.
So it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But, you know what I'm saying? That's another time. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 more months, plenty of time.
Yeah.
But like I said, and hopefully we get some of the, the champs who won last year. But like I said, LTMN didn't win. They are the favorites to win. Out of everyone in the tournament coming back this year, they're the only ones coming back with their full group. So they have the most chemistry. They are the favorite to win. But they have to win it.
So, moving on before we actually end out, we want to actually speak about one thing that we got. We got this news report that came in, and we want to share it. We want to share it with you guys. There's a news report that came in earlier.
It's sports broadcaster Paul Giamatti. Wait, yes. An intel just has been given that Sadiq Terry, America's favorite basketball sensation, might be taking his talents to 1 or 2 places. We have Next Gen, and the other team we can't speak about because they're sort of like the Warriors, and they're not going to stop. Yes, Tariq has left Next Gen, giving an opening for Sadiq Terry to get drafted. It's going to be a crazy season, guys, on September stage.
Okay, so you heard it there first. Sadiq is leaving
Land
Boys. He actually wants the fans. He has the 2 teams that he's down to, but he wants the fans to kind of pick out where he should be going in. And here's what he said.
So, September stage. Down to 2 teams for me. Next Gen and the Warriors. We don't talk about the Warriors team, but I'm definitely leaving the Land Boys. My team's going to win.
All right, so that's his decision right now. Sadiq, I spoke to him earlier during the week, and he was saying that it came down to 2 teams. He played for Land Boys last year. He said he's not playing for them this year. He's moving on. So like I said, Next Gen with Tariq leaving opens up a spot. Which if they do get Sadiq, Tariq, Sadiq, basically the same player. Sadiq averaged the most points in the tournament, I think. So they're not losing anything. They're actually picking up a little something with adding Sadiq to Next Gen. But also he's going to the Warriors. We can't talk about the Warriors just yet. As a team on the rise. We can't talk teams, but we will be talking teams real soon. Just know that, Sadiq is a free agent. And also Khalid Luby, for those who know,
is a free agent.
He's a free agent as well. He's coming to September stage. This will be his first September stage, and he's ready to play. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
He's ready to play. He's looking for a team, so hit him up. He says he's coming to September stage this year. He's ready to go.
Got you. So pretty much we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much for attending, for listening, and sticking by us throughout the times. We want to really put the focus on September stage, being for Falcon Academy and remembering the kids, remembering this for our youth. Next week, we'll be live in Georgia, Commerce. So we're trying to get some of the Georgia folks on. We haven't heard from you guys. Let's get you live in the booth. Let's have those conversations. But until next time, my name is Rafiq Shahid, co-host.
Hiya.
And we are out. Thank you so much.
Yep.